again and welcome to the SS2 blog, podcast, Facebook page, whatever.
Whatever.
YouTube, let's not forget YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, yeah. It's 2019, almost the end of 2019, and we're reflecting on the year that's gone. There's been some good times, which hopefully we can dwell on. There's been some not so good times, which again I hope we don't dwell on. So we're going to ask everyone what the thoughts are about the year that's passed. And I'm going to start with Lucy. Lucy, what stands out in the year for you this past year?
Difficult time.
Sorry, Lucy?
Difficult time.
You've been through some difficult times, haven't you? Yeah. And are they still ongoing, or are they settling down a wee bit now? Do you still think back to those difficult times? Yeah, it's been a traumatic period for yourself and your family, isn't it? And I think I've said before that I admire your strength as a family to get through it, because it has been a really, really difficult time for you. Not just this year, but the year before as well. Anything that's been nice that's happened, Lucy, that you remember this past year? Anybody been to see you, or have you bought anything new? Someone give you a present? No? Anything?
Not yet.
Not yet. Anything that you've been doing that you haven't been doing before? You've taken part, you've been off somewhere with your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you been off anywhere this year with your family?
Yeah.
Yeah? The
Aquarium.
The aquarium, Maryport Aquarium. This will be close to our colleague here's heart. And Gary, of course, you've been to it as well.
Aye, yeah.
So what do you like in there then, Lucy?
All the fish.
All the fish. Any sharks in there?
Just a lot. Yeah.
Is there sharks in the Maryport Aquarium?
Yeah.
Is there?
Dogfish.
Little ones.
Oh,
Small
right.
ones. Yes, it's I've been there. Yeah.
I haven't been for these.
So I've got small teeth then, Lucy. These
Yeah.
small sharks. I didn't know you got small sharks.
I think you can't you?
Yeah,
I
you
don't know what
can.
they call them, but you wouldn't want to put your hand in with them, would you?
Well, not really, no.
No.
Any piranhas in there, Lucy?
I don't think so.
No, don't put your hand in there. But it's been an okay year, though. Better than the one before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has been for yourself. Yeah. Okay, Lucy, thank you. I'm going to move on to Nigel now, who's had a fairly kind of up and down year, not just this one, but the year before as well.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us the things that stand out for you, Nigel, from this past year or into the previous one? Any good times or bad times that you've been through that stand out?
No, some things would. Well, getting that some decorate as well. Been decorating my flat with a foot room.
Yeah, which is on the
Yeah,
It's on the blog, yeah.
Yeah, we've
yeah.
got photographs and we've got video of us doing some of that.
Yeah.
the interview as well, isn't there? I think.
Yes,
Yeah, they
yeah.
put stuff up, yeah.
And that's a prelim for the video next year, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Which we're going to be doing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
where we kind of just glide through your house and talk and things and show things.
Oh,
So-
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So what else stood out this year, Nigel, for you?
Oh, got a new got a new cooker
Mm-hmm.
as well. So I've been doing some food with that, cooking on with that.
And you're on
The blog as well.
Yeah, it's been a big change for you, that, hasn't it? You've taken control of that really well, and
I have,
and you enjoy it. I've noticed.
yeah,
It opened up your diet quite a bit, didn't it?
yeah. I recently did some cooking, so I was supposed to leave.
and because you've got variety now in your diet as well.
I
haven't you?
have, yeah.
So what other changes have taken place in your flat then this year that spring to mind that have been positive?
Well, just getting some new furniture as well. New carpet and new furniture, like chairs and that.
So when Stephen listens to this, and Stephen will, he used to comment on the 70s nightclub carpet,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah.
So when Stephen listens to this, hello Stephen, I'm so sorry that you've lost your 70s nightclub carpet.
It's now a nice club.
Yeah.
90s now.
Now just now got a cushy carpet, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's not quite as out there, is it?
No, it's not.
No,
No,
it's-
it's definitely not. No 70s no more.
Yeah, and the curtains in the kitchen, they were
Yeah,
on a par with the carpet as well, weren't they?
yeah,
Nice
the
one?
the living room looks quite different, doesn't it? With the
Yeah, it was a lot different.
a lot different, and then you've got your suite, which is completely different from what you had before.
Any other additions in the living room now that have made a difference?
Well, curtains, put new curtains
Mm-hmm.
up, and our TV as well.
Yeah, you got a
Oh, that's right, I
TV,
forgot about
yeah.
that. Yeah, new TV. What was the recent addition?
Well, you've
So
got the mirror,
The mirror.
The mirror,
the
yeah.
clock, so you work in the whole room, aren't you? With picking
Yeah.
things that will fit in.
So what comes next then next year, Nigel? What things are going to be taking place next year in your flat that we've talked about?
Well, decorating the other rooms, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The kitchen and
Yeah, I think the kitchen we were talking about next, weren't
yeah,
we?
What's
kitchen.
still to go in the living room though?
I don't know. Cabinets and that.
Yeah, you need storage and shelves are going to
Yeah,
go.
storage and
shelves,
stuff, yeah.
The train layout.
And then it's the train set, isn't there? That's
Yeah,
another big thing.
that's and other things as well, yeah.
Do you want to mention a little bit about the train layout, Nigel? And what's important?
So it gives me something to focus on and something to look at and maybe go with as well.
It's an interest of yours anyway, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is an interest, yeah. Yeah, but I'm gonna maybe add other things to it as well.
Yeah, because I think we're going to head on into actually preparing the ground and putting the tracks down and tunnels and things like that.
And you're going to be saving up for different buildings and stuff to go in.
Yeah, yeah.
Do a nice little layout.
Light fitting.
Yeah, light fittings.
You're going to be getting the centre piece, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Because you've been
eventually.
matching the colours and things up, haven't you?
Yeah, we have been looking at that.
And you've got a railway, something else to do with railway, which is on the blog and Facebook page as well, which is part of the interview that we had. What other addition have you got in your flat, Nigel? It's on your wall.
Oh, big pictures.
Got your pictures framed?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah. And which pictures were those?
There was a picture with me and Jack, which was a nice one. And I have photograph of Formula 1 drivers as well.
That's right.
And the train as well.
Mm-hmm. What came before that though that we put on the wall? To do with trains? We replaced an existing one that was on the wall as you come in the living room. On your right. We took it off when we were painting, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Yeah, and you used to see them on the railway stations.
Can't remember now. Forgotten.
Oh, the one that broke, and you replaced it.
No, it broke.
Yeah.
The old one broke, and we replaced it. You picked one that was like, you said it was similar to what you would see in a train station.
And it would go with your, when you get your light fitting.
Oh yeah, clock.
The clock, yeah?
Yeah.
You know what kind of clock it was?
Copper one, yeah. Copper. Kind of copper thing with a face like it on the train station, yeah.
That's right, yeah. What were they called? Carriage clocks?
Carriage clocks, yeah.
yeah.
I remember you saying it was like a carriage clock.
Yeah.
What else now? Is there anything else that stood out for you this year? You can think of that's good or bad or that you remember?
Well, I did go on train somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Went down to Lancaster on the train.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite good.
Yeah, that was an organised trip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was,
Carnforth, wasn't it?
No, I went to Lancaster. But I did go
Carnforth.
yeah, Carforth first to the railway thing, and then I'd like to do that again sometime.
Yeah. It'd be good, wouldn't it?
But there was a more recent thing you attended as well, wasn't there?
Oh, Jackie's party, yeah. The party at Jackie's house
Mm-hmm.
was quite good, yeah.
And what about the event you went to prior to that? Was it at
Oh, Travellers, yeah.
No, the Lily Hall.
Oh, the railway.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think as well. Ah, you went there as well. That was good as well. Or different ideas I got from there for the layoff of the trains.
So that was a railway exhibition.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were different people turned small ones and big layouts and stuff.
So, if we look back on the preceding years, because the years of PIP, PIP, wonderful PIP, where we
Yeah.
eventually got your benefits sorted out. Has this year been a better year than the previous ones?
Yeah, it's been a good year. Yeah.
Do you feel more positive in yourself?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Because I know, you did crash quite low, and then we had all
Yeah, I
that
did.
stress of the PIPs and
Yeah, I
things.
did. Yeah.
And I think it's been a more positive year for you anyway.
It has. Yeah.
And there's been more high points and low points, hasn't it?
Yep. It has.
Do you
Yeah,
agree?
definitely.
So it's pretty much kind of pushing on into the next year and making it even better year, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So independent living wise, which is what you're doing now, do you think you're living more independently now than you were the previous years?
Yeah, I am.
So what stands out for you, that independence? You mentioned something earlier that you're now doing. What stands out for you, do you think, that makes you think that you're more independent than you were before? I mean, you're more mobile now than you were before.
A lot more. Yeah.
Anything you can think of?
No, just getting out when we want. Sometimes. Well, some of the time. Yeah.
Yeah, do you feel more confident when you're out and about on your own now?
Yeah. I do. Yeah.
Because your mobility's a lot better, so that's a big plus.
It's been improved, yeah. Your mobility's improved, yeah.
And how's the anxiety been? Because
Not bad.
that was an impacting
Not bad.
factor on you living independently, wasn't it?
It's okay, but it's still, I still have
It's not going to go away.
No.
Um,
Still have moments.
But you imagined to cope with it.
Yes, I am.
Yeah? That's fine. Now, is any questions, Trey?
No.
No? And you're going to do Gary's now.
Yeah, so it's Gary's year, isn't it?
Aye, yeah.
And reflecting on your year. Have you got anything that stands out for you, Gary?
I got my car.
You got your car?
Yep.
And is that a positive for you?
Aye, yep. And I went to Comic Con in June.
How you went with, who did you go with?
David Ferguson.
David Ferguson, yeah.
Yeah.
Our old pal.
Yeah, and you enjoyed that, didn't you? You brought back lots of photographs that you asked
I
us
did,
to.
yeah.
You wanted to share that.
And I met up with Eric.
Yes, this is Eric you've known for quite a lot of years, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, since 2012.
And how is, there's a connection between you and Eric of shared interest. What is that?
Good commercial.
Yeah, that was a story which I'm not quite sure whether it was on a podcast, but if you want to tell the story, Guy, just so the listeners can be aware of what actually did occur, which is how he eventually, built up a good friendship with Eric.
Oh, yeah.
That day that you and I went in, when he was on the main street in Maryport.
Oh, yeah.
So do you want to tell the listeners what happened?
Some years ago, Saturday the 12th of October, I went in.
Sorry about that, Gary. We were saying that you went to visit Eric.
Yeah, Saturday 12th of October, 7 years ago. I said, I'm DV's finalised. Yep, finalised, yep. And it looked, I don't record from TV, stop cutting commercials.
So Eric was finalising. Do you want to tell the listeners what finalising a DVD is or CD?
When it comes to a full stop, it's finalised.
Right, and Eric took it in good faith and he put it on his system, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then we went into the shop.
Yeah.
And what was the first thing Eric said to you when you went to collect them?
Stop cutting the commercials.
He said, I thought I'd ruined it. I sat there and he just went black. I thought, what's happened? What, I've ruined his DVDs? And he's laughing.
Commercials.
But it was certainly an event, wasn't it, Gary? So to remember anyway. A fun event. Sorry, Trey.
And you went to, you hadn't seen him for quite a while, had you?
No, yeah.
And you went and visited. And what was it? Did you have like a lunch with him or something?
Oh, yeah, we went to get some 95 DVDs.
That's it,
All
yeah.
5 seasons. Yep.
I remember you saying that's what you went for, and you had some lunch with him as well, because he cooks, doesn't he?
Ah, yeah. I had burger and chips.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Proper guest.
Yes. Yeah.
Not just a client coming in.
Oh,
It's more like
yeah.
a friendship, isn't it?
Ah, yeah.
And Dave, I know Dave enjoyed it because he said.
Yeah, I remember him saying he enjoyed it.
We haven't been for a while, have we, Gary?
I haven't been for a while.
So do you think you'll be going again then next year?
No, depends if David comes back.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's an imponderable, that, because I know he was trying to get some bank work or something, wasn't he? Or,
Yeah, he was trying.
yeah, because he's working with a client, isn't he, for another direct payments, I think.
Yeah.
But somebody else could take you, Gary, anyway.
Oh,
Yeah. So anything else, Gary, this year that stands out for you?
And I've had some bad times going and get 2 teeth taken out.
Mm-hmm. And what time was that?
It was in March.
2:30. That's an old one. Though. Japanese dentist. Anything else, guys?
How about my mum?
Because that's been ongoing because the preceding years it's been the same, hasn't it? Really?
Ah, yeah.
Do you think that's improved, or because I mean you're going on Saturday, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you feel as though you've got a bit more contact with Mum now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's something hopefully in the new year you can continue.
Ah, yeah.
So you're going to be meeting Michael down there as well.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that'd be good.
I've got
wouldn't
your
it?
presents.
Oh, good. So you're going to be a handover.
Ah, yeah.
So you're going to have lunch with Mum on Saturday then, Gary? Or are you going?
Ah.
Is this the last chance before Christmas?
Yeah,
won't
it is.
Ah, yeah.
So you're going to be having Christmas lunch with Mum?
No, I'll be having lunch with Mum. I don't know what it is yet.
Well, I think because there will be a Christmas lunch, won't there?
Yeah. Will
Is
be.
Mum still able to eat, Gary?
The staff feeder.
Right, but you can actually get some solid food down.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that'd be nice for you all three, you want it?
Ah, yeah.
So anything else, Gary?
I miss Betty seeing me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you see a lot more of Emma now?
That's when I want to.
That's a proper relationship, Gary.
Oh.
Well, wasn't it?
I'll set the ground rules.
Oh,
Well, I want
I think you've always been that way, haven't you, really, Gary?
yeah.
Yeah. So do you meet her outside of the service, or?
I've been to Caspian. Had a meal with Emma.
Oh, yeah, because you used to do that, didn't you?
Ah, yeah.
But you don't meet her at the Mind Club anymore, like you used to.
I haven't been for ages.
No, it's all right. No, I'm not questioning that. But you used to meet her there, didn't you? At the Mind Club.
Ah, yeah.
Well, say Mind Club. I used to call
I
it
gave
Church
them a
Club.
Christmas present.
Very good.
Yeah.
You haven't opened the one that we give you, have you, Gary?
Ah, no, I'll put Christmas Day. I'll put Christmas Day.
Yeah, when we ring them up about the turkey. Because you'll be getting a call.
Are you feeding the homeless this year, Gary?
Only it's not surprised, if Steve rings them up. Just sort of wind up.
I can just imagine it.
Hello, Mr. Crichton. It's Tom from Iceland. You know the turkey that you bought? We'll have to have it back.
I hope you haven't cooked it.
Is that you, Steve? that was a classic, that, wasn't it?
It was,
I
yeah.
wish we'd videoed that, Gary. Steve was sitting there with his phone on speaker, and we all gathered round, and all I could hear was Gary's voice. Oh, it was a cracker. That was a high point. Of which year was that?
It'd be about 3 years ago, Dan.
Was it 3 years ago, Gary, when we...
It was 2016.
Was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
3
I
years.
didn't even know it was still in the museum there.
Yeah,
We were, yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems such a long time ago, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anything else, guys, that you want to tell the listeners? Because you're the one that wanted to do this podcast, aren't you?
Ah, yeah.
Anything else stood out for you?
I gave Emma some DVDs that I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are these ones you didn't want? Gary's got a pile of, I don't need them anymore. Oh, I'll give them to people.
I mean, the ones that I get sometimes.
Do you want a DVD? Yeah. I don't need them. That's good, Gary, isn't it?
Yeah, don't have recorded.
Sorry, Gary.
Don't have recorded.
Do you know what I like about when Gary gives you DVDs? He actually he felt tips on the actual CD, don't you? DVD.
Yeah.
It's so personalised, is it?
Yeah.
You know, same with your cards when you send cards. I mean, I've kept all the cards that Gary's ever
Yeah,
sent
yeah.
me.
I do as well.
And there's that lovely personalisation inside the card that you don't get.
Yeah. You draw inside them, don't you?
Yeah, it
Gary?
does, yeah.
And every drawing tells a story.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I like that.
I
Because
do.
normally you get a card saying with love from such and such, and that's it, isn't it? Whereas with Gary,
yeah.
you get the whole works. So you spend time trying to. Oh, I wonder what's going. Oh, yeah, so and so. Like a little storybook, isn't it? In a card.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a nice little artistic touch there, Gary. I like that.
Yeah.
I know Stephen said to me when he left that he'd treasure that. You know, because you open it up and it's Gary,
Yeah.
isn't it? When I was going through my stuff yesterday, I come across a number of things that Gary's sent me over the years, and it's just so nostalgic.
Yeah.
You know, it just stays with you. You can't remove that.
No.
You know, normally people send you cards and don't really give a shit. You know, there you go. Oh, I haven't sent so-and-so one. But when Gary sends you one, you know he's sent it to you,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah.
I like that. One of my fondest memories there. So, any more questions for Gary?
No, not really. I mean, you said the highlights for this year, Gary.
Pardon?
Are they the highlights for this year?
Has he been to the hairdressers?
I don't know. Are you going to go get highlights?
Highlights.
So is that what you remember the most for this year?
I went to Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Frankie's and Ray's.
Where's that at?
You,
Is that the
you've
one
been-
in Working?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You've been there as well, haven't you?
The one that's on the outskirts of Workington?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. You
Yeah.
pull off onto the, what's anything that's been a big change this year for you, Gary, in your life that you remember?
I got a big shelf. Bigger shelf for me DVD CDs.
Did you get that on the national shelf?
Ha 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 ha.
Was it on prescription?
Oh,
That
TV.
was,
That's quite good, that.
you know a shelf life, Gary?
I'm just, what are you
Oh, they're all coming thick and fast. So, if you compare this year, Gary, to the previous years, is this a better year for you this year?
I think, yeah.
So we're looking forward to a better year next year.
Yeah.
That's good. Is that a wrap with Gary?
Yeah, that is.
Gary, is there anything else to mention before we move on? Is that everything, Gary?
And I phoned Joe.
Oh, yeah. It's been nice to kept in touch with Joe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice bloke, Joe. I've talked about the phone.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually met Joe, have I, Gary?
You touched him on the phone.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, a good crack. Nice fella. All these years as well, that Gary's been away, he still keeps in touch.
Yeah.
Did you send him a card this year, Gary?
I know, because what happened 2 years ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
He went astray, didn't it?
Yeah.
So did Joe... Oh, you've talked to Joe since, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's all right then. Well, you can wish him a Merry Christmas on the phone, can't you?
But do we? Yeah.
So, I think Gary's... Yeah?
Yeah?
Yep, so we're going to move along to Trey now. Get the violins out.
Oh, God.
So, Trey, how's your year gone? What stands out for you this year? Thank you, Gary.
What stands out for me this year? It's been a difficult year, another difficult year, and as I said last year, I was hoping that this year would be better, but it hasn't worked out that way. But hopefully next year will be better.
Seems to be a recurring theme here.
It
Trey.
does, yes, it does. But personally, circumstances have not changed. If anything, they've become more difficult. But I'm getting through that. I'm coping the best I can. And one of the highlights of doing that was setting up the page I set up on Facebook about living with trauma. That actually was a positive. because when you're living with it, sometimes you get stuck in it. So by reflecting about it, it lifts you out of that a bit. So I like that.
So what about the page then for people such as Gary and Nigel and Lucy? How's it been a plus for them?
I think this year there's been a lot of pluses really, and a lot of my positives has been what I've been involved with, especially with Nigel. Being involved in Nigel's changing his diet and taking control of that with that new cooker. We've had some good fun with that, haven't we? We've enjoyed that. I've really enjoyed that process with you. Being involved in the decorating with you and sorting out with you that room and how you wanted to plan it and everything, and as it's progressing.
Yeah.
That was really good fun. That was a real positive to see that come together and being involved with you with that. I got a lot out of that.
Do you think you've learnt quite a bit from that? Added a few more tools to your toolbox in relation to how you enable someone to live independently in a comfortable manner?
Yes.
In a positive manner?
Yes, it's been a positive for me in helping Nigel walking through that path with you and being able to support you in doing what you need to do in your life to make it easier. So that has been a big learning curve for me, and it's been a positive one. You know, I feel good about that. I feel good about being involved in that, and of course helping you with your hobbies, the car.
Yes.
The car model, the now doing the X-wing, the building the models for the train set, and that's enjoyable because it's also other skills, things I've not done before. I've done that this year, and I've very much enjoyed that.
You spent quite a long time setting up. I don't mean a long time as in it took you too long, because obviously it didn't. But you spent quite a bit of time looking at, and along with people, Gary and Nigel and Lucy and Mark formerly, about the positives of doing something like that.
Yeah.
Jen was involved as well, Jennifer. What do you think's positive about that you set up? What use is it for people such as Gary living his life and Lucy and Nigel and previously with Jennifer and Mark? What are the positives that come from a medium like that for people that we've mentioned?
The Facebook page and the blog and the YouTube, which actually all combines into the Facebook page, is a positive because it allows people to express themselves and to show their achievements. I mean, Gary, I remember when you went to Comic-Con and you said you picked all the photographs you wanted to share experience with, and you did that through the page, through Facebook. And I remember you being really into that, and we sat one day and I want to show that and I want to show that, and it was your experience, your story that you wanted to share. And I enjoy that. I enjoy that positive side to things because that is positive, isn't it? It's very positive for you. It's positive for Nigel when he's doing video and photographs of, his health, how he's working in his own environment, and it shows his achievements, and it's a sense of pride. I think I see that coming through, the enjoyment and the pride, and the self-esteem, the improvements in that as well. It lifts your self-esteem when you're able to show this and share this with other people.
Yeah, I mean, Trey set all this up so you could do that. When you see yourselves on film, photographs taken, videos, etc. I mean, Gary, I remember that lovely one where you're standing with different people at the Comic-Con with different characters, and you're smiling away there. What are the positives for that guy? Is it something, and Nigel as well, is this something that should be promoted, something that should be more common? Because it isn't that common really. No. Is it good for you to be seen out there on a medium like Facebook and like the SS2 blog? Is it something that you're proud of, to show your achievements?
Yeah.
And is it something that you would promote for other people as well?
Yes.
These aren't trick questions.
No, no.
Because
I mean, we do it in a way that we keep you safe.
Yes.
You're supported.
Yeah.
You're kept safe, and you can engage with that in a safe way. And that's good, because a lot of people would probably like to do what you're doing but can't because nobody supports them to do it, or they try to do it on their own and they get in trouble because nobody's supporting them to keep them safe. Whereas with the SS2 it just works. It works really well. And also I've noticed when, I mean, and other people as well, such as Jen and Mark, when they saw their photographs and videos of themselves doing things that they enjoyed and wanted to share, it just lit them up. I mean, they would talk about it. Oh yes, I remember that, and oh yes, that's me, and I've done this, and they loved it. You know, they loved seeing that. And it was my thoughts on that at the beginning when I brought it to SS2, and I discussed it over many months, didn't we? We talked about it over many months, and that's what I was hoping for, that you would get that enjoyment to see yourselves doing things and sharing it with other people.
if you had to lose that overnight and you couldn't celebrate your achievements, you know, and you wouldn't be seen in the meeting that perhaps I take for granted, Scott takes for granted, Trey takes for granted, many other people take for granted, just going on media.
It's a modern way of living, isn't it?
Yeah,
now?
but people who live lives such as yourselves, it isn't really seen as something that's that common, you know, unless it's kind of, you know, you surrounded by lots of people who kind of run it. Yeah?
Yeah.
How would you feel if it was suddenly removed overnight and all your achievements were just completely deleted? How would you feel about that?
I would feel very good about that.
Why?
Because we've been taken away.
Is there any justification for it being taken away, do you think? Would you wake up one day and think, I don't want that on there anymore now? I want it all taken off?
I know I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either. Because if somebody's not happy about it, well, and then go and
It's your past, isn't it?
yeah,
You know, it's a celebration of your past.
yes, it is. Yeah,
It's part of your life. It's things that people can see you've been doing.
I am achieved as well.
Yeah, you know, I mean, obviously we we promote it in a way where you can have that autonomy, that independence to actually show people what you're doing without
Yeah,
too much support.
exactly.
And I know the pictures of Gary on the Comic Con, that's a
Yeah.
classic, you know, I mean,
It's
there's
awesome.
Gary, big wide smile there, you know, the one with the car in the background as well, the motorbike. The lady, what was she, some
Oh, she was on
superhero?
Baywatch. Watch one.
I don't.
Yeah.
And the Hoff.
Ah,
Not
The
forget the
Hoff,
Hoff.
can't forget the Hoff. You can't leave the Hoff off, can you? So, does that give you a sense of pride to hear that? Because you're the one that
Yeah.
set it up.
Yes, it is. And when I say, for instance, like the Christmas meal, when we have get-togethers, we go places together, we do things together, and I share that as well, because that's us socialising with each other as friends, and we're having fun. And you see that, it's there to see, and yeah, very much so. I love going on our page and have a look. I often go on and look through some of the things we've done.
I mean, the classic is the Raymond one, chasing
Oh,
the...
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that, Gary, where Raymond was chasing the polythene bag down?
Oh, yeah.
Morrison's.
I mean, yeah, and and the thing is, it's the history and the friendship of people who have done things together and had so much fun together. It's their memories. You know, we don't want to. I mean, I don't feel we should lose those good memories because they're important.
Absolutely. It's. I mean, I've only got to think about. I mean, if I think about Gary's picture at Comic Con, I smile.
Yeah.
If I think about, you know, Raymond running after the polythene bag, I smile and laugh.
Oh,
You know, that one where Mark's doing the conga.
Oh yeah,
in your-
with
yeah.
Nigel.
That's hilarious.
It's supposed to be it was supposed to be an exercise routine. It looked like the conga.
Yeah, and I think it's important to keep those memories as would we keep them as well.
You
You know.
can see the fun. I mean, there's so much fun in what we do. People are laughing. You can see it there. I mean, some of the things I like looking at, such as with Mark, the sparring. I mean, he was howling. He was laughing that much, and he would He would have such a lot of fun, and he would encourage people to do things, because we always support each other in
Yeah.
the exercise, didn't we? And he would be going, "Come on, have a go," and he was there.
And the interviews as well.
And the interviews,
It's in the
he
background.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's a bit like Where's Wally? You suddenly appear
Yeah,
in
he
the
would
background.
as soon as the camera come
smiling.
out, it was there. He wanted to be
The
in it.
News and Star will read that.
Oh, yeah, read that out to him,
Yeah,
yeah. That was
it's lovely. 'Cause, you know, I mean, obviously Jen as well. You know, there's many
Yeah.
memories. I mean, I remember the bus scenario where she wouldn't let Callum on the bus,
yeah. To Callum,
and it became real.
It did.
Didn't it? And Ashley was only make believe, but Callum was actually, whoa, what would you? She wouldn't let him on the bus.
The thing is that with that though, with Jen, I remember Jen saying, "Oh, where am I? Where's me? Oh,
That's
there
right,
I am,"
yeah.
because she loved to see
Oh, yeah.
herself doing things that she had enjoyed. It's a memory, isn't it? It's that recall.
Yeah, the cookery, you know,
Yeah.
the one in the museum where we're cooking.
Yeah,
I think you were on that as well, Gary.
I
weren't you?
do, yeah.
Yeah, so many, and you know, if I have to, because I haven't, sum up the year, mine's been a difficult year with politics, and prior to that was dealing with benefits, trying to get Nigel's benefits sorted out, and then latterly politics again. So for me, really, if you remove all that, all those things we've talked about now, it's still ongoing,
Yeah,
and that for me is massive.
it is.
You know, if Gary can look at his that page, the SS2 page, and see himself smiling, you know, at Comic-Con or whatever else he's doing, same with Nigel and Lucy, that's a massive outcome.
It is. Yeah.
You know, so all the sleepless nights I put in, that makes it worthwhile, without a doubt. And that's my year in a nutshell.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and the other thing I like to see as well, another achievement, I think, not just for myself but also for Nigel, is the fitness. It's been a good year, hasn't it, for the fitness side, helping with your mobility and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've seen an improvement this year.
Absolutely, yeah.
But
Yeah.
the fitness, the
so-
mobility for Nigel is enabling him to not fall on his face every 5 minutes.
Absolutely, yeah. Working out on the floor. I think as well, now we're on that, if you look at Gary's situation, you look at what he's been through the past few years, and I think I've said a number of times, you know, that I admire Gary's will and the desire to push on. I think that's been a massive one for you, Gary, because you've really been under the cosh a number of times, not least of which with your mum, other things with politics and that, but he's still pushed on and still
Yeah.
did the business, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
You know, and he's attended regularly as well. Even under duress, you've attended regularly, you know. So, and the podcast is inputted, you know.
Yeah.
Some really good comments have come in there. So I think if you remove the politics, we've had a bloody good year.
But yeah,
Oh,
we've had
yeah,
a positive year, and it's been good in so many ways, and we've still got our strongest friendships, and that's really important.
Absolutely. I've got one poignant question before we start to prepare the buffet.
Yes, buffet day.
Yeah. I want, because obviously we're down to 3 now, and that was really partly my choice and also partly because of politics as well, because I'm hoping to build it up again next year. What are your thoughts on the fact that such as Mark and Jen no longer attend? And these weren't conscious decisions not to attend. Yeah, things happened, and we won't go into that. But what are your thoughts about the fact you can no longer sit around the table with Jen and Mark? What are your thoughts on that? How does it make you feel? Because there used to be a major part of this, you know, in many things that we did,
Oh,
and now you come in now and they're no longer part of the...
Yeah, I miss
equation.
Mark come through that door.
You
He's
know.
always come through that door with a smile on his
Yeah.
face.
You did. So what are your thoughts now they're not around, folks? How does it make you feel? I know people come and go, you know, but you spent a long, long time with them both.
Yeah.
And, you know, for all Jen's, you know, idiosyncratic ways, she's still a lovely woman, you
She
know,
was,
she contributed an immense amount to the charity.
She always used to come in and look for a hug.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Always look for a hug, and she always wanted a group hug before she went.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So how do you feel about them not being around anymore? What are your thoughts?
Hi.
Yeah?
As in Jane, quiet.
Yeah,
Because Mark wasn't really. I mean, Mark used to always look out for you, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah,
Liz.
Oh, I did, yeah,
He
yeah.
always looked out for you. Especially on such as we went on a day trip, You and Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was always by your side. I noticed that. He was very good, Mark, at supporting people.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
He looked out for people.
So, but what are your thoughts though now that they're not around? Because Jen was more than just the noise. She was much more than that. And that's
was, yeah.
part of the friendship you've had with Jen for years, Lucy, you know. I know you get a bit fractious sometimes about her, but she was a lovely woman, you know, for all her idiosyncratic ways.
Yeah.
And she did, you know, put a lot into the charity.
She did.
Supported it.
She did. She enjoyed coming. She wanted to do things. I mean, I remember when we started with the yoga, she used to be always shopping for the yoga.
Yeah.
Get the mats out, I would have
That's
a go.
right. It helped her immensely as well,
It
you know.
did.
And those are on the Facebook and blog, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
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 So, do you miss them both?
Met Mark though.
Mark, aye.
I miss Mark.
Yeah.
Is this a popularity contest? Is this? I don't miss her. I mean, I personally do miss Jen. I miss the fact that she, you know, she's no longer a part and, you know, doesn't contribute anymore. So, but do you miss them both though?
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably. This isn't looking good for Jen.
No, it's not. Yeah. Poor
I
Jen.
must tell the listeners that Jennifer had a difficult life and still does to a certain
Yeah, she
extent.
does.
But you know, we've always not overlooked, but not made a centre of attention about people's failings or idiosyncratic ways or whatever. And Jen, we worked really hard with Jen.
Jen actually was a very kind, and he's a very kind person. We used to get invited to Jen's living room, Nige, for a cuppa.
We did, yeah.
We used to go and visit her.
Just to make us feel welcome.
She's always make us feel welcome. And I remember the first time we went, we'd been to Carlisle and she wanted us to walk her back and coming in, and she was showing us all her toys the first time and she was having such a laugh. That's Jen. That's what I remember about Jen. And the fact that she looked out for people. If anybody was ill, she was always asked how they were. Sometimes she'd treat people to sweets. Yeah, crisps. You know, she did. She looked out for people.
Yeah, and I mean the condition with the aggression was something that she didn't always have control over, and that's probably what you remember the most. You know, she got a bit fractious, or she was a bit noisy, whatever. But actually, if you scraped that away, you know, you'd see a much different person.
She had a good sense of humour as well.
Oh, absolutely.
We used to have some laughs.
And boy, could she swear. There was no trooper could beat her.
No, she was very, very much up front there, but she had a good sense of humour. We used to laugh so much, me and her. We used to torment and tease each other.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, Tracy.
I remember us having we have meals together. She'd be tickling us.
That's right. She's a little stroke your hair as well,
Yeah,
didn't
she did. She was relaxed. When Jen was relaxed and she was happy, that's what you got.
Absolutely, yeah. And she'll always be a part of, you know, what we sell. And she's there forever anyway on the Facebook page and things. Which,
you see the best of Jen there.
Oh, absolutely,
you definitely see the best. She was good at cooking. She loved cooking, and she was very supportive.
Yeah.
Now I remember the first time we did the cooking, she actually supported Mark. She was working with Mark closely.
Yeah. She's good at acting as well. She liked to act. She was ever the thespian. So, what do you miss about Mark then? What do you miss about Mark's presence? Now that we've seen that Mark's the number one. We miss Jen. So what do you miss about Mark then?
Part of the group.
Part of the group, was major part of the group, yeah. What else, other things do you miss about Mark? Because obviously the latter days of Mark being here, where he was kind of more fractious and he wasn't so well and he would take to the floor. But prior to that, when all the activities were going on, like cooking and things like that, what do you remember most about Mark? What stands out for you?
I'll do that. I'll do that.
He always was first in, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Where everything we did, I'll do it first, you know, he was right.
Give it a year.
Give it a year. I'll do it.
I'm Fred Carlisle. Independent living.
Yeah.
So what are the things you remember about Mark before we round off? What stood out for you? What stands out for you, Gary, about Mark? What do you remember about him? Was he a big presence?
Ah, yeah.
Do you think he looked out for you?
Yeah.
As did you for him as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, big miss.
Mark.
Yeah.
Mark was he was very protective, wasn't he, Mark? He was very kind. He looked out for people, and he always wanted to make sure you were all right.
Absolutely.
Always remember that. He used to when he came on the Friday to the workout, when we went back, got off the bus. Oh, make sure you get up back last. You make sure. He always used to say to me, "You make sure." I was trying to get him back all right. He was trying to make sure I got back all right. Always very kind. Just the way he was, wasn't he? He wanted you included in things. He always appreciated everything you did for him.
Yeah, he was a gentleman in his own time.
Yeah, definitely.
I know we're talking as if he's deceased, and he isn't. But I'll always remember Mark, and his memory will always remain.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's the legacy's there to see, isn't it?
It is, yeah, definitely.
So we're going to round off now. If anybody's got any more comments, are you all done?
I've got a comment.
Sorry, go on, Gary.
It's lunchtime.
We better get started with the buffet.
Involvement committee. I remember it well. Okay, folks, check it out. Any comments at all? As I said before, if the good comments, we'll listen. If the bad comments, you can go and whatever. And I think that's a wrap.
It is.
Thank you.